So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining. And we're gonna, like Debbie said, we're gonna make this a beautiful Isomalt shoe using Simi Isomalt, as well as, let's see, you got a little flex frost here going on the sides. And then we're also using the Cello sheets, which have the white backing instead of the completely clear. That way you can see the pattern a little better. I don't know if you guys can, I'll zoom in, you guys can see it a little better here. Yeah.
Up, bring it
Get a
up.
little close up. Bring it up.
Bring it up. Okay.
Like that?
Yeah. Well, no, meaning up inside. So bring it back towards your head. There we go. Now we can see it. Yeah, up like towards the ceiling. That's so beautiful. So you used a cello sheet in that. That's great.
Yep. As well as iDesigns. This print comes from the wonderful iDesigns, which, by the way, if you have not checked out, you need to check out. It is so many patterns, and Debbie's always adding more and more patterns and stuff to use. So you can use them on all kind of cake projects, anything you have going on. It's amazing.
What is iDesigns? What is iDesigns? What is it?
iDesigns. So iDesigns is actually a program that you use, and you log in through the website. You have to purchase it. Also, too, if you purchase a printer, you get a free year subscription, I believe it is, to iDesigns. Is that right?
Yep, a month.
Yeah. Oh, a month. Sorry. Dang. But yeah, so you have all, and then you log in and you're able to see, as well as print, all these beautiful different images, just like I did with this one right here. This is on the white cello sheet. Now you can also change the sizing of the pattern as well, which is so neat. Like on this one the pattern size is usually a little bit bigger, like the snowflakes would be a lot larger, but I was able to get them shrunk down to where they're only like a 3.5, 4 inch, something like that. So, but it's just such a neat program. You can expand it if you want to, if you want a bigger, larger pattern. So yeah, it's just amazing. Love it. So, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's see. Okay, first I gotta put this away and not break it.
Always a good thing.
My cat is like over here, like dead asleep.
Does he eat your wafer paper?
No.
Okay. I had a customer told me that she made something out of wafer paper. She left it out. She came down and the cat was eating it. She was so mad. He ate the whole wafer paper.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Be careful, guys.
So I'm gonna tilt down.
All right.
Let me know when it's good.
A little bit more. No, the other way. That's you.
I know.
We like to see you, but I think everybody came here to watch what you're gonna do. Whee!
There we go.
Do just a little more, like you get it into the spot and then it bounces up.
Right there?
All right, now let go. All right, bring it back just a teeny bit towards you and you'll be good. Okay, stop it up. That was a lot. Bring it back the other way just a teeny bit. Little teeny bit more.
Right there?
That should work. I'll tell you if you go out. Yeah, it's great. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm using shoe mold, and it comes in actually 3 parts. So we'll put this off to the side for a second. So we got this mold here. Then also you got the heel of the shoe. And this is the actual part that you kind of mold the shoe on. Now this is styrofoam, so it will melt. So you got to keep majority of the heat away from it. But I'm going to show you a little tip, a little trick in order to do that. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay. So first thing you want to do is actually pour your heel, because it takes the longest to dry, to cool. Excuse me. I always say dry. I need to quit doing that. It's cool. The guys cool it.
Cool.
So I already actually poured my heel, just for the cooling time. I just didn't want to spend all the time cooling it. But anyways, so it is now cool. It is ready to come out. And here's the way I do it. I just kind of go a little bit by little bit, pulling on each of the sides, going
What
like
is
this.
that? What is in there? What did you put in there?
Oh, my bad. See, I am like so out of it today. All right, I put Simi Isomalt, the clearest, most beautiful Isomalt you will ever see in your entire life. It is amazing. The best Isomalt ever to work with. Made
It's
by
like
the
diamonds.
It is made by the beautiful, talented, and recently engaged Sydney Galpern. Thank you.
Did you see her little not little, her diamond rock on her hand in her last live? Oh my gosh, Sid.
Yeah. I mean, geez. Goodness, way to go, Alex.
Yeah, he's a good one. Everyone's
Is.
asking, does he have a brother? Okay, sorry.
All right, so you'll notice here, I don't know if you can see through the camera, but there's a lot of little tiny little microscopic bubbles. Now you can keep them if you want, but for the clear, beautiful visual effect, I'm going to go ahead and torch them out lightly. And to do that, I'm going to go over it lightly with a torch, like so. Okay. We'll let that cool for a minute. Okay. And while that's
Look
cooling
how clear
for a
that
minute,
got.
what?
I said, look how clear that got.
It did. Isn't it beautiful? I just love her.
It is.
Isomalt is the best.
Best stuff ever.
Yes. Okay. Cool for a second. I'm gonna put a little fan on it just to cool it down a little quicker.
And that Isomalt is made in America from a woman-owned business.
Yay!
And is just amazing. Amazing. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. I'm talkative today. Sorry.
So I'm just doing the quick sides right now. And I'm leaving it on the Teflon tape because, again, you don't want to torch things in your hand. And I'm not wearing my gloves right now. So.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get that. So we have gloves on our site, too. So if you want to avoid the third-degree burns, definitely use those gloves. And don't be afraid of Isomalt.
Here are part of the gloves here. They are cotton gloves. You put on these first, and then you put your nitrile gloves on top.
Please, a gift tag and another.
Whoa, what?
It's fine.
Okay. I was like, what was that?
My phone just went off for some reason. I'm like, stop it. It never makes noise. And then now it makes noise. People text me, I don't hear it. So.
I was like, oh my goodness. All right. So we're just gonna push this off to the side, let it cool for a little bit. Okay. And I'll let it cool before I bring it up to the camera and show you guys how amazingly clear it is. So, okay. So next we're going to pour the Isomalt onto part of these cavities. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and pre-cut some of the Cello sheets. Now, it doesn't have to be exact. It's just a basic generic. So, because what I'm going to do is actually pour the Isomalt, the hot Isomalt. Oh, little cat hair on there. Gotta get that off.
Darn kitties.
Daggum cat. Gets everywhere. Okay. Oh, okay. So I just kind of put the piece of paper up kind of like this. And I just cut.
Is the backing still on that?
The backing is still on it for like a minute.
Okay.
So what I do is I usually cut it first. That way I can kind of get my portions right. And then I actually peel off the backing and then lay it on top of the Isomalt like that.
You'll find it peels much easier that way.
Absolutely. It's so much harder when you're putting it on top of the Isomalt and wait for the Isomalt to cool and then try and peel off the backing. It's like the backing melts into the Isomalt. So, but I'm telling you, I absolutely love these Cello sheets. They are so fun and so unique. So I got that. Oh, and I need one for that. Do, 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 do.
Do, 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 do.
Do, 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 do.
Do, do, do. So I noticed you're not putting it inside the mold, right? Because you're cutting rectangles.
No, I'm just going to lay them on top. And then
Well,
when the Isomalt is cooled, I'm going to take the Isomalt off with the Cello sheet and then use like an X-Acto knife and cut it out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. An X-Acto knife or a pen blade? Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. A pen blade by Icing Images.
Yes, we sell
How did I
those
get
too.
that? Oh my gosh. They usually sell them at the cash register at cake shows.
Yes, we do. They're everybody's favorites. And
They're fun.
yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and peel this first. So, best way I've learned to do this, and I copied Sydney a little bit from this, is just, oh, by the way, I'm also using an Icing Images Silpat mat.
Oh yeah, those are on our site too.
Yeah, we sell those as well. All right, so I just cut just a little slit right here. Okay. And then just peel it back. Usually comes off pretty easily unless it's really humid. Temperature and humidity do affect this a little bit from time to time, but you just have to kind of work with it and figure it out depending on the environment that you're in.
So Mitchie takes hers, and now she's in Vegas. She lays them upside down on that Silpat mat and then peels it up, or like holds it down for her and peels it up. But she is in Vegas. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different everywhere. And I put mine upside down on the mat too, and then I peel the backing away from the sheet. I work in that direction rather than the sheet from the backing.
Okay. Well, you and I are kind of in the same like environment for the most part.
Yeah.
You're just a little bit colder most of the time, but
yeah.
Yeah. All right, yeah, turn it upside down, just like that. See, that looks pretty good too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Alrighty now, so can you make sure you can see, can y'all see the mat? Good. Okay, right here. Okay, I get my Isomalt. All right, and I'm gonna pour, this one's gonna be clear, completely clear. So that one's gonna have the print, one of these are gonna have the print, and this is gonna have the print on it.
Can you move your mat a little closer to you? It's kind of cutting off just a little bit.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah, we got most of it now, just a teeny part. So that's good. That's good. I don't want you to pour it on yourself, so. So this Isomalt comes in tiles and she puts them in a container just like what she has. Those are also available on our site. And Tammy microwaved it for about how long? You don't microwave it for long, ever.
First time is 30 seconds, and then every other time is at 15-second intervals.
Gotcha. Look how nice that pours.
It does.
So pretty. You can tell how clear it's going to come, you know.
All right. I'm just going to give it a quick little swipe just to get a little few of the little air bubbles out. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and place this over it.
So you're putting the pattern side down, the backing is off, and you're just kind of patting it down to make it sure it's adhered in all places?
Yes, I'm just gently patting it down. And actually, guys, this would be a great time to wear your gloves. Just kind of not, but.
Because you have the manicured hands and you got to show them off.
That's right. All right, I'm going to pop this in the microwave for about 15 seconds just to get a little bit more
Awesome.
liquidy. This one, I don't need it thick at all when I pour this.
So what, like, we see all these little parts on there and they're all different parts of the shoe. And I know when I first looked at that mat, I was like, what the heck are those lines for? And you're going to see they're like kind of straps.
Right. The thin lines are more for like straps, like little strappy straps. They can they can be crisscrossed, or they can just have one strap going around like your ankles.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Then this is the heel. This is the front of the shoe, like
Goes
where
over your
toes
toes.
go. Yeah. These I guess could do the same thing, you know, like go over your toes as well. Just a different look to it.
Gotcha. I don't wear high heels because I fall, so.
Yeah, me neither. It's just not, no.
Birkenstocks for me.
I've worked in retail for 25 years, so my feet just can't handle high heels. They handle tennis shoes with a lot of support.
I like my Birks. I wear my Birks for formal events. I don't care. You get to an age, and I don't care what people think of me.
That's right. It doesn't matter because you're the best anyway.
Yeah, you're the best too.
While I'm at, I'm going to go ahead and pour the heel as well. And I don't know if you guys notice this too, but the way I'm pouring to where I'm not going to get any kind of like holes. So usually people start on the outer edge and then work your way in. And then if you do that, which is fine, but you could leave some air bubbles while you do that. You have to keep it continuously. When you're pouring Isomalt, you have to continuously keep it like you can't have any gaps when you're pouring.
Yeah, I'm not a very good pourer. Mine always ends up thick. I can't wear high heels and I can't pour Isomalt. I've done it, but I gotta slow down. You can see how it takes shape when you're doing that.
It does. It adheres to it so well.
Yeah, you're using the Cello sheet again, right? And that's different than the icing sheet. It's kind of shiny. Like cellophane.
Cellophane.
That's where it got the name. Not cello, cello.
Cello.
Cellulosis. Sorry, I'll be quiet.
It has been a long week for you, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, and it's only Tuesday. And I actually kind of took most of Sunday off, so this is what the week's done to me already. And Lori's shaking her head in the background.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to set this off to the side so it cools nice and neat. Okay, from here, oh crap, I forgot to do something else. I
Okay.
forgot to pour the the snowflakes real quick. Okay.
Ooh, those look like Simi molds too.
How about that? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I
and when
just
you go to our website to purchase any of this or anything else, there is a 10% coupon scrolling down below. So make sure you use that. Save your money. Save, save, save.
mm-hmm. Got to these days. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm using another cello sheet just for the big snowflake, not the small ones. So I want to pour the little small ones real quick.
Yeah, we have to have that TV music, background music. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Come on, everybody, sing with me. Do, 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 do. Or da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Bing.
I don't know about you guys, but I will like when I'm concentrating and I'm doing something, I will like catch myself like just singing or saying something stupid or just humming something crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, the best part of Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Yay!
I'm singing, I'm singing. This one.
Alrighty. Nice. So more over that. I'm kind of pressing down on this one a little bit more because I didn't fill it like completely where it's like over full. So I'm having to really kind of press it in. Okay. So that's that. Hot, hot, hot. And hot. Okay. Set that off to the side. Okay, set that off to the side. Okay. Now, what am I doing now? Let's see. Oh, the Flex Frost.
Ooh. And what's that?
It is edible fabric.
Ooh.
So I've got two colors here to show you guys. I'm only going to demo one, but I want to show you guys. Here's this beautiful silver that Debbie has on her website, Flex Frost silver, and then
Beautiful.
a nice black. Yes. Okay.
Nice.
And I want to show you guys how they turn out when they dry. Let's see. Get in there.
Wait, what do you mean when they dry? They look wet to me.
They look wet to you.
I mean, they look dry to me on the sheet. Sorry.
Oh, well, this is going to be the part that we get to dunk them in water.
Woohoo! Dunk it.
Sure. All right, so here is the silver. I'm just amazed like how beautiful it turns out. It looks just like the sheet. I mean, you really can't see any difference whatsoever when it comes out with the silver. And of course, same thing with the black color. So it's just so nice. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is what we always demo at the shows for Flex Frost. And I tell you what, I can't get enough of this product. I love Flex Frost. I will demo that all day happily because it is such a cool product. So what we do, take a little piece off, however big. So this is my mat here that I'm going to be using. And so I'm actually going to use just these leaves and these leaves here. So I'm just going to pull off just a little chunk just like that. You don't need a whole lot because a little bit goes a long way. Okay. And you just put the sheets, whatever you don't use, back in your food safe, airtight container. Or try to. There we go. Okay. And then I have my nice little bowl of water.
H2O.
Everybody has this. So, whoop. Oh,
Carol
look who woke up
Fisher's
from his
on.
nap. Hey, Carol. All right, get away from my shoe. I know you woke up from your nap. God.
So your cat eats Isomalt. Carolyn, what does your cat eat? Hey, Vicky's on too, Victoria.
Oh, hey. Okay, so
Jesse's
here's the funny
on.
part.
What?
When my cat finishes eating, let's see, right now, yeah, his 7:30, he will come downstairs and he will look for little pieces of fondant to eat.
Does he open the fondant containers?
Oh, he would if he could.
That's hilarious.
So he'll walk straight over there to my fondant table because this is my Isomalt table, and I have a fondant table just a few feet away. And he will walk over there and start sniffing and looking and everything to find fondant pieces.
So it's not like he chases fondant balls. He just doesn't care the shape. He doesn't play with it.
Oh, no, he's ready to eat his dessert.
That's so funny.
Oh, forget about the wafer paper. He's all about the fondant.
Yeah.
Go straight for that sugar rush. Okay, I'm going to put this, right there, I guess. Okay, so what I did was I dunked it in water for, about a few seconds, and then I laid it down on the mat. And you see what it's doing is actually soaking into the pattern. So give it about a minute, and once you see it actually completely soaked into the pattern, that's when you know it's ready, because what's happening is the water's actually soaking completely into the paper. And that's what you're going to do. You're actually going to turn this into a paste using a nice little Icing Images scraper. But if you don't have an Icing Images scraper, you can use any other kind of scraper you want.
You mean it doesn't have special powers?
It usually does, yeah. For me, it does.
Okay.
But I have used credit cards as well.
Me too. And hotel room keys.
Yes, hotel room keys. Yes. So, okay, so I'm going to take the scraper. Now I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to go in different directions. Make sure I get all these little nooks and crannies. Stop. Get off.
No, it's not John, her husband.
No, it's not.
Come on, quit it. I'm on live.
John, take this cat upstairs, please.
Carol, is Bella a cat? Carol Fisher said Bella, I'm assuming it's a cat, also does, she likes the Isomalt. She finds the Isomalt to eat. Give her a lot of it, Carol, a lot. Give her the whole bag or one whole nib, that should do it. So Isomalt is sugar-free and safe to eat and everything. It's like it's a dog. Okay. It's like a Jolly Rancher, similarly, or like it has, what's it called that's in it? Sydney, you'll tell me. And it's like anything else. You eat too much of it, things might not be good. Like if I eat too many Brussels sprouts, it's not a pretty sight. Same with Isomalt. If I eat a lot, you have to eat a lot. So I think she should give Bella, well, it depends on the size of the dog. Yeah. just a couple of those tiles.
There we go. Okay. So then all you do is just let it sit. And, I usually just let it air dry for a few hours. Usually for me, it takes about 2.5 hours to air dry. Okay. And then it peels right off. It's so easy. Now what's nice is, see all this leftover excess that's on my scraper? You can just take it.
What are you gonna do?
And take it, scrape it off, and then you can, when it dries, you can peel it off and save it, and then
Ooh.
reuse it.
No waste.
No waste.
No waste. So if you take the backing that you had that sheet on, and you can scrape it right on there, but make sure it's dry all the way before you put it away. Because like anything else, it has moisture in an airtight container. You won't want to eat it later because it won't be the same color.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's see, Carol.
Yeah, you can definitely use your backing, or you can also use the acetate that comes off the Cello sheets too. Or,
oh, yes.
Or,
yep.
Yeah.
Beans. All right, so Carol Ann said her cats chase foil balls and try to help Jenna make sandwiches. They love the cheese. And yeah, the Isomalt is made from beets. So yeah, you eat too many beets, you know what's going to happen.
Beet sugar.
Yeah, I like the beet sugar, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like all those sugars that are made from something else that is healthy.
Like, isn't stevia one of them, I think?
Yeah, what's the one that I eat lately? Monk fruit sugar. That's pretty darn good. So,
okay.
So that's when I'm eating stuff and I want that sweetness.
Okay.
Any questions so far, guys?
I don't know, I feel like I go on here and I never have any questions.
Well, because you do so well in explaining.
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. So when they dry, they come out looking like these beautiful creations, which I can get off the mat. There we go. So you got that. And they're so nice too. They're nice and flexible.
How do you know when they're dry enough so that you don't peel them too early and they rip?
What I notice is that they're usually already starting to come off the mat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And sometimes they'll actually, I've used this mat so much that mine just literally, I'll turn it over, it just falls right out.
Cool.
So yeah. So
gotta love that. So don't like grease it or anything. If you have a good quality mat, you don't need to worry about any of that stuff. It will just kind of come right out.
And by the way, you can find these mats on Icing Images. They have
I put the link
other
up.
options. Yes, ton of other options.
Yeah. Red doo-doo. What? Oh, Jesse, I'm like, what is she saying? I fall right into that. I'm like, what is she talking? Red? Huh? Is she singing? Oh my gosh.
Here are some other beautiful leaves. Now I've actually done these. I did these last week. Pre-did these last week, and I've kept them in a food safe Ziploc. So it's basically a Ziploc that comes, when I get stuff from the Icing Images. But I have some of my own as well, but the food safe ones, these work the best.
Yeah. Jesse, and I got it. As soon as I said it, I realized what you were talking about.
So, okay. Ooh,
Heather says, they're gorgeous. She probably doesn't say it like that, though. She says it with her Canadian accent.
Oh, Heather? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a boot.
A boot.
A boot.
A boot. A boot and a shoe.
Ask her if it's hey Heather, is it a roundabout or a what else was it, a round, we call it roundabout. She calls it oh dang, I forgot what she calls it. Heather, what do you call yours? Roundabouts.
She's like, what's a roundabout? She's LOL. Stop.
Love you, Heather.
That's not what you said before.
Hey, Hey, quit trying to get me into trouble here. Oh. Okay, so these guys are ready. Yep. Now, by the way, if you're smart, you'll actually check it with your tool to make sure that it's cool. I check with my bare hands. So, all right, so I'm just gonna lightly peel them out of the mold. There's one.
Rotary, that's what she calls it. That's a phone.
Rotary, that's what it is. Yes.
That's a phone that we don't have those anymore. Who here had a rotary phone growing up? You know, with a cable that went into the wall?
Yes.
You couldn't drive and talk. It would take a long cord.
When car phones were in a bag.
Car phones. Yeah, they were installed into your car, and then the portable ones came in a bag. They were big.
Yeah.
Who's on here has no idea what we're talking about? That's what I want to know. Everybody else is going, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me try these.
Carol Fisher, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't even try that. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So I'm actually
party lines.
All right, so I'm going to move this off to the side. I'm actually going to cut on the table instead of cutting on that beautiful Icing Images Silpat mat. So I'm just going to cut around. And you can also use scissors with these too.
Yeah, Caroline Hughes had party lines. I remember those. We didn't have them for too long, but we had them. She has no idea what we're talking about. She's from Canada. Yeah, they don't have anything old in Canada. They just got their first phone, primitive. What's a phone?
It's a phone.
Hey, Carol Fisher, we had a yellow phone. Yeah, that's right. The phones were all these gaudy colors with cords all stretched out. We did too. And then you were only allowed to have one phone in the house. That's it. You know, could you imagine everybody sharing a phone between all your household members that's connected to a wall with a long cord?
Oh, yeah.
My dad, he was an engineer, so of course we had like 10 phones, and like every public, or common room had a phone. I'm reading these comments, and when the phone company would come to fix something, Ma Bell, we would hide them all in the dryer because we were afraid they'd see them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, Carol Fisher says she had a yellow phone with, okay, and then Jessie Ann, party line is when others share the same line. I had them longer than you. I came from Canada. I thought they didn't have phones in Canada. Carol Fisher remembers the cans in a string. And Jessie Ann from Canada, she had to share with a neighbor, fight over the phone all the time. She was the oldest, so she always won. 5 girls and 1 phone. See, everybody knows. We have stories. And everybody who's going to pop on later that's younger, is like, what are they talking about?
So I was very lucky. It was just my parents and I, because I'm an only child. So I didn't have any brothers or sisters to fight over the phone with. And so, which was nice. But yeah, it was kind of rough when I wanted to talk to my friends, and my dad was on it talking to whomever, or my mom was talking to whoever. So I was like, okay, I guess I have to wait.
Yeah, and
Or
you
just,
wonder why our kids get in trouble these days. It's because they can go in their room and close the door and talk on the phone. We had to talk in front of our parents.
yeah, yeah. They had to hear everything. Couldn't get away with anything.
Heather Salmon said, "You mean around I can't even say it right. About a boot." Now Sydney's bringing us all back to the subject, saying, "Yeah, there we go. The adult in this, the youngest one probably that's on too." She's like, "I
Yeah.
love the print. It pops."
Thank you, Sydney.
Oh my gosh. Keeping us on track. She's bored. She has no idea what we were talking about anyway. What is he talking about? This does not relate.
So I'm just cutting all this out. I am on my last one, cutting out the snowflake and cutting around the edges. And some of the flaky like edges, you can actually just take a paintbrush. Actually, just kind of flake them off a little bit.
Oh wow!
That's not too much. So, so I get a nice little edge here. My cutting skills are like all over the place.
Carol Fisher likes the print too. Okay, let's ask it this way: who doesn't like the print? And Heather saying, "What's a print? I'm from Canada." For all you Canadians on, we have two, Jesse and Heather that I know of. The other people probably is like, I'm not watching this. They cut down Canadians, and they've already switched off. But no, we love our Canadians.
We do love our Canadians.
We love our Canadians. Stop, Heather said. Stop.
I love Heather. I've had the pleasure of talking with Heather several times, and she is such a trip.
Well, she's my roommate at the retreat, and I'm old. I don't know that she realizes how old I am, and I have a feeling that she might be up a lot longer than I am. I'll be like, I want to sleep. I'll just fall asleep at the bar. They'll think I'm drunk. I haven't had a drink at all.
Oh. Okay, now I'm going to take my pieces, and I'm actually just going to lightly torch. Okay, lightly torch them just to get all the little bubbles out to give it more of a clear appearance.
Carol Fisher says that we're going to have so much fun at the retreat. We're talking about the Simi retreat, and I'm sure Sydney will put the link up if there's any tickets left. That happens in January. And Carol says that we're going to have so much fun. We have no fun at the retreat. It's so boring, especially game night.
Oh, that's
don't ask about ducks. This year there'll be ducks.
Ducks.
Duck, duck, goose. It's a game. We're going to play duck, duck, goose. Oh, we should. I'm in charge of games.
Yes, y'all should.
Yeah, I can see us. We're all sitting in Indian style, with our legs crisscrossed on the ground, and somebody goes around duck, duck, goose, and it takes 10 minutes for us to get off the ground and chase somebody. It'll be the longest game. Okay, so we have 7 dinner demo tickets remaining. So can you put up that website? This is the Simi retreat. This is the second one. It is sort of like it's a retreat, but yes, you learn cake decorating skills or Isomalt skills and all these wonderful skills. But honestly, it's more fun than just that. It's a great group of people. We have a really, really good time. And they shoot people. It hurts, but it's worth it. I probably still have a bruise. And Heather Salmon, I'm older than you, I guarantee you. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, it's like it's right near, it's Cocoa Beach. So it's a lot of, it's worth the time. It's during the week. I can't say enough good things. I look forward to it. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun for you guys. Yeah.
You'll
wish
be
I could
missed,
go.
my dear.
I know. I really wish I could go. I
I know.
had to make a decision. Gotta make the hubby happy sometimes.
Oh, it's his fault. That's not what you
did
told me before.
Did I say that out loud? Oops.
John?
Yeah, you'll talk to him after this.
Yeah, John? John is our bouncer. When he comes to shows, he just sits there with his arms crossed and nobody will steal from us.
No, he actually looks pretty scary.
Yeah. He just looks very serious.
Yeah, he looks that way. He actually is that way. Sometimes.
He jokes. He's a good guy.
He is. Okay. So let me get this back over here. I cleaned off my mess, torched everything. And alrighty. All right, now we're ready for assembly, which is super exciting. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in this little guy, little styrofoam guy. This is actually going to be where the heel sits, like so. Right? And I'm actually going to use this Teflon sheet, over this. Actually, you know what? Let me take that off so it'll have better traction. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put this over it, so when the shoe is warm and it comes over this, it will not melt the styrofoam. Helps protect it. Okay, so here we go. That is not ready yet. All right, so now, Jesus.
He's not helping you with this.
No. All right. No, my cat just scared me. He started in the background, like, what?
Where's those fondant balls?
Okay.
So you just got it hot, so now it's actually shapeable, I guess.
Yeah, just a little bit more heat to it to give it a little bit more flexibility. And then I'm going to heat up this bottom of this just a little bit.
So you're just doing the top of that heel because that was off camera, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just did the top of it.
Okay, it's fine.
This
We'll
part's
forgive
kind
you.
of the trickiest. It's yeah. All right, so I'm going to pull that. You got to be really careful with this. You can't go too fast with this part, otherwise you will break it. See, just a little bit more.
The best part of Isomalt is the lighter. The torch.
Yes, the torch is the best part.
Many people become decorators because they can use the torch.
It's all about the fire. The fire.
Secret password, torch.
Okay. All right, now I'm going to turn that upside down. Heat that up a little bit, a little more. So, and then just the sides of that, so I can attach my heel.
Heel toe. So you're basically shaping it because the styrofoam underneath has that natural shoe shape.
Correct.
Gotcha. I think we should have a game including the torch at the Simi retreat.
Hmm.
Sydney's like, no, I have the deposit down.
Now, I will say this, if you're in a cooler environment and you notice that your Isomalt cools really quickly, you may want to invest in like a heating lamp, and you'll have to basically work kind of under the heating lamp. I actually have one here that I use a lot, and for when I'm doing stuff like this, I like to keep it under the heating lamp just so I can like play with it and work with it and a little bit longer than like it is now. Like right now, my house is at 67 degrees, so things do get cooler pretty quick. But it
And
sure
the
is kind
people
of
in Florida
sticky.
are like, that's below freezing.
Okay. All right. So now while that's drying, cooling, I am going to, which way do I want to go? I want to go that way. I'm going to heat up this guy, the heel, and then attach it. Wait for a minute to let it, wait for a minute to let it sink in, and then you should be able to, no, a little bit more.
Yeah, it is very pretty. I love how vibrant those colors are, and the Isomalt kind of accentuates or magnifies it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Okay, I'm impatient. I'm turning my heating lamp back on. Screw it. Setting that thing under there. So is this one. It's going under there.
Carol Ann, you're wondering if you can use a heat gun to keep it like instead of like a heat lamp. Is that what you're asking? So she'll let us know. So
Okay.
Heather, just because you can't read these comments right now, Tammy, she melted her countertop and nearly caught her house on fire. So Carol Fisher says she keeps a jug of water nearby.
Oh my goodness.
What did you do? Like that's like some serious torch work.
For real, my gosh. Wow.
Heather's a crazy woman.
Okay, it's finally bending, bending, bending. Okay.
Okay, so Jessie Ann did clarify it. She said, yes, you can use a heat gun or a hair blower. We call it a hair dryer in the US.
Oh goodness.
I bend the sole. This is Carolyn. I bend the sole, everyone's bend the piece over the toes. Oh, okay, that's a good idea too. Carol Fisher, Heather fits right in with us. Yeah, because she catches things on fire.
Uh-huh.
We
Hey,
should do
see, there's nothing wrong with
karaoke.
that.
Come on, baby, light my fire. And Heather's laughing at us because we call it a hair dryer. Well,
What did she call it?
A hair blower.
A hair blower.
Yeah, well, it does
Okay.
blow the hair, but that's not the purpose of it. So does the wind. Heather has some of that purple hair.
She does. I'm so jealous. I love that purple hair.
Heather calls
Okay,
it a blow dryer. Yeah, we've called it that too.
yeah. Okay. Getting better, getting better. Come on.
Dryer works too. So Jessie Ann puts it in her dryer. I wonder if I get it close goopy.
All right. So I'm going to put this part over. Now
So pretty.
the big part is going to go towards the back of the shoe. The smaller part's going to go over the heel. Now this, you have to basically form it first, and then it's take it off the styrofoam and then attach it.
Gotcha.
Because we don't want to set this on fire. This is just a mold. We don't want to set the styrofoam on fire. It does smell pretty bad when it catches on fire, by the way. Yeah, doesn't smell too good.
Well,
There have been a few times where I've torched stuff, like at 10 o'clock at night, 10:30, because I work pretty late after my full-time job. And
10 o'clock, 10:30. Sorry.
yeah, but I have to get up early. So, and then my husband's like, wakes up, he's like, "What you burning down there?"
The house.
It's nothing. Go back to sleep. It's all good.
I burnt my Brussels sprouts right before this.
My husband loves Brussels sprouts.
I take them and I peel them back and then I roast them. And you put a little bit of sugar and cinnamon on them. And so I use the monk sugar and then I just kind of air fry them. Oh my gosh. And I hate Brussels sprouts. So, go figure.
Yeah.
Yes,
My
Heather
husband,
Caroline, it's the frozen lady glass slipper. What'd you say?
My husband actually puts like teriyaki sauce on them.
Oh, wow.
It's
Yeah, try
really
to stay
good.
away from the salt because I blow up a little bit.
Ah, gotcha.
I love it. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I got you there.
it's that woman thing.
Mm-hmm.
Add salt, blow up.
Okay, guys, we're almost to the finishing line. Okay, what am I doing now? Oh, I gotta put on this strappy do. We're gonna put the snowflake on first before we put the strappy do on. So I'm gonna heat this up just a little bit.
Heather says, Carol Fisher, we are truly kindred spirits. I guess you guys are going to end up rooming together. That's fine. So you're just heating again to bend it and form it, right?
Correct. And I probably will not use the entire thing. I'm actually just gonna kind of feel it out, just like
It
that.
is so cool.
And I want it probably like about that length right there.
That's so cool.
So right where my thumbs are, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna torch it and just cut it off to the length that I want.
So before you bent that, could you have heated it up and then put another Cello sheet on the opposite side?
Yeah, actually I could, but you could attach it with like either the edible glue, Little Honey's glue, which also
Oh, yeah.
Icing Images sells, or you can do piping gel too. You like all these plugs I'm giving you for all these
Yeah, you're doing
products?
good.
Yeah.
And all the people I see on here know it all. There's all the people who are hiding and not saying a word. They're like, I'm not saying anything. They're going to say I sound funny.
We pick on you because we love you guys. Seriously, it's all in good fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Trust
like
me,
how
you
you're
love it.
okay, what?
No, I was just gonna say how much harassment I get from you a lot
Yeah.
on
You're
trips, but
easy
it's
to
all good.
harass because
I
you're
am.
serious, but you giggle a lot.
Because I don't care.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you though, when we set up for shows, Tammy's on our travel team. That girl is in there like picking everything up and moving it. She doesn't care. I mean, she's just like right in there. It's awesome. All the heavy shelving. She's like, there she goes.
Yeah. What's next? Let's go.
Yep, let's go. Throws it up on her shoulder.
It's actually a lot of fun working with Deb. Actually, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I
enjoy
pay
it.
you for that one. I love how it forms so easy. Like it kind of reminds me of, I mean, obviously of glass. To be able to form it that way is just, I mean, and Sydney, how long, 13, 14 years that I've been around the Isomalt, and it still is so amazing to me. It like never gets like, oh, that's Isomalt, that's old school. You never, ever hear that.
No.
Oh, you know what I found out that I didn't know?
What's that?
Our Big Blue printer can print on the white Isomalt.
Oh,
Oh,
that's very
yeah.
interesting.
I know.
Well,
I haven't seen it personally, but I heard it through the grapevine.
very interesting.
Yep.
Okay, I'm actually going to warm up just a little bit of Isomalt, and let's see if I can move my mess and move this, turn this off, move my mess, open the door, and then put my Isomalt in for about a little bit.
So if you're on like everything Icing Images, or even on our Icing Images page, you've seen some of the things that people are making with Big Blue, and we're going to have somebody on in January who actually has a Big Blue, and she'll be demonstrating. So that should be neat. It won't be us for a change; it's somebody else. I'm excited.
But yeah,
She's the
if
one
you have
who
not
did
seen,
the.
go
Okay.
ahead.
No, you go.
No, I was just going to say, if you guys have not seen the Big Blue in person, it truly is just an amazing machine. I mean, it's just so cool how it's like an airbrush that just prints right on all these mediums. I mean, it's super cool. I mean, and it just does so many all at one time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. So this is the girl who's going to be coming on. Her name is Natalie, and she's the one who did the nativity cookies that were posted.
Oh, okay.
Allison did some too, as well. It's like the thing. Okay, now what?
So, all right, so now I'm going to take these beautiful Flex Frost leaves, and I'm going to kind of figure out where I want to put them on there first, so you guys can kind of see. So I think I'm going to put one here, maybe another one there, maybe this guy there. Yeah. So to put them on, I'm just going to dip them just a little bit in the liquid Isomalt and just pop them right on there. Leave it there for like a second or two, a few seconds till it cools.
Yeah, there's not a lot on it, so it cools really quick. Goes quicker with that fan.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know, we also have Little Blue that fits on your counter, and we have Big Blue XL, which is huge, does everything.
Okay. I think I'll do this leaf right. Which one is that? Yeah. Right there. Right underneath it. Okay. Just hold it there for a second. Let it cool. And I think I'm gonna do do this leaf right
All right,
over
so I just
here.
had a thought. I'm watching you. You know how these thoughts spring into my mind, and I know Jessie Ann's going to do it, or she's already done it. I'm looking at the leaves you're making and the pattern that's on there, and I'm wondering if you can take like a clear cello sheet and then lay the lace over top of it so it sticks, and then trim it out. And so you'd see the pattern through the holes in the lace.
Oh.
Yeah,
See,
that's what
that
happens in my
is
mind.
all kinds of cool stuff.
Yep.
That is interesting. Huh.
Yeah. And you could
that.
lay it on top so that the patterns, and so the patterns on top of the lace, and then you're looking you're looking at the image and then the lace is behind it, or you could do it the
Mhm.
other way. All right, Jessie, and she says yes. So does that mean yes, you can do it, or yes, you've done it, or yes, you're going to do it? Jessie Ann does everything we talk about.
We will wait and see, she says.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty. Now, just for time's sake too, you guys, if you are in a time crunch and you're like, or just, oh my gosh, I don't have any more Isomalt left and I just need to stick these on, you stick them on with piping gel, or you can use a little bit of gum paste and kind of like wet it just a little bit and then kind of stick it underneath the snowflake and then put your leaves up under there too. And it actually works pretty well.
That was so pretty. And so like the strap that she has on there, she could make that a different color as well, like to accent it.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, absolutely, you could. Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. Right there.